Good morning and welcome to Backyard and Beyond. This morning, I want to mention a few things related to Family Crisis Support Network and some of the fundraising that's going on. And the first thing I want to mention is that this weekend is the weekend that 400 pumpkin rolls will be made. Now, if you haven't put your order in, you may be too late, but you can always check to see, or you can be put on a waiting list. If somebody doesn't pick theirs up, sometimes those folks on the waiting list get theirs. And that number is 243-6615 if you want to check on availability of pumpkin rolls. And one of the reasons that traditionally, and we've been doing this for quite a few years now, we do them on this weekend coming up is that it's the weekend before Thanksgiving. And those pumpkin rolls can be kept fresh to use Thanksgiving, or they can be put in the freezer and saved for maybe another holiday, for Christmas, or for some other time. And, you can even take them out, cut off a piece, and put them back in the freezer without thawing them when you want a little treat for yourself. So if you didn't, get your pumpkin rolls this year and you really are interested in getting one, put it on your calendar for next year and order ahead. You can order in August. You can order early to get your name on the list. And I want to say a special thank you to Southwest Iowa Eggs, who donates 100 dozen eggs to make sure that we can make 400 pumpkin rolls. So that's a lot of eggs, folks, and it's been a great help, and certainly helps the funds by having Southwest Iowa Eggs do that. Hy-Vee is another business that helps cooperate, helps get some of the supplies, and gets the eggs in so we can get them there. And then there's hundreds of volunteers, and Isla Studelberg is the one who calls to get everybody lined up for the volunteering, and everybody has a great time. They may not help Family Crisis Support Network any other time during the year, but they have a great time coming to do some step, not the whole thing, not from beginning to end, but some part of making and wrapping up pumpkin rolls. So that's been a great fundraiser, and a fundraiser also, as people just have a great time putting all that together, and visiting with all the other folks that are there doing their thing also. So that's sort of almost in the past, but coming up on December 5th, on Sunday, after the Festival of Trees closes, will be the Christmas House Tour from 4 to 7 p.m. on Sunday, December 5th. And the cost is $10, and you can get those tickets at Tinderbox, Pretty Woman, Brinks, and Simply Hair. And there are, I believe it's 4 homes on the list this year. And you know what? Well, it's always going to happen. Every home is going to be very unique in the kinds of decorations they have, indoors, outdoors, themes, all different kinds of things. And these folks that volunteer their homes to be on the tour, of course, decorate every year. But I know, because they're on this tour, they make special efforts to make sure that you get lots of ideas, a chance to see lots of pretties. And, it's extra work for them, but they enjoy decorating. They enjoy having folks appreciate their decorations and coming to see them. Now, from now until just before December 5th, off and on, we're going to be visiting with some of the hosts of those house tours. So coming up soon, our first visit will be with Mary Ottmar, and she and Keith Booth are opening their home. They'll be along with the others. So we'll just kind of let you know what they think about decorating for Christmas. Many of these families, just like yours, have traditional things they do, and then, as they see other ideas, and sometimes they add more ideas. So, again, that is on December 5th. That's a Sunday, 4 to 7 p.m., and you can buy the tickets at the door at any one of the homes, as well as at these places I mentioned, and the tickets are $10. Now, why the reason for all of this, of course, is to support the work of Family Crisis Support Network, which is a support system for battered women, children, and men, if that's the case. By assistance, we mean they can get housing, but there's many other ways that the support network does give assistance. Sometimes, as it's usually women and children, but we don't want to neglect men, because sometimes there are some of them that are being very much abused too. But if a family comes to the shelter, and usually they don't have anything with them except perhaps the clothes on their back. So as they move on, and that's one of the things that the support network does, is help these families move on in their lives. That may mean moving to a new community, but it may mean just finding a job, finding an apartment, moving on with their lives in a good way. So because many people have donated furniture, other household items, some clothes, then those families can start their life with those kinds of things. Now, if you have things to donate like that, you're cleaning out and you say, I really want to donate this, it's a good idea to call Family Crisis, again, 243-6615, to see if it's something they need, because they run out of storage space pretty quickly. So don't just come in with a truckload of things and say, here, I want to give this to you, because they may not be able to take it. Not because they don't want it, but because, first of all, they don't have the storage space. Second of all, some things they probably can't use. I mean, if you wear a size 2 clothes, it's maybe not likely they're going to need those. But kids' clothes, other kinds. So just call and make sure. Also, in terms of donations, a lot of groups have put together those everyday practical kind of things to donate, like toilet paper and paper towels and detergent. And so think about what you need in your everyday life to keep it going. Well, the families and Family Crisis Support Network at their shelter need those same things. So as a group or as an individual, you can put those kind of things together to donate to Family Crisis Support Network. Now, in addition to helping the families actually have a place to live and those kinds of things, they can also be supportive in a number of ways to the families of those victims. And they also do a lot of work related to bullying and sexual assault for teens and for others. I mean, it just goes on and on. So if you have a family in crisis yourself, or you know of someone, call the Crisis Support Network, and they can give you help. They also go to court with people when that's necessary, so they're legal advocates. The list is long. 24-hour phone service if somebody needs to make a call at 3 in the morning. If you call, there'll be someone to answer your phone. So, Family Crisis Support Network needs support from the community. They exist on a number of grants, but those grants keep getting cut, and often there are items that those grants won't cover. So in addition to all those things we've talked about, money is also needed. And of course, the fundraisers are one way that we can bring cash in, but you can write a check. That would be okay too. So it's a unique service. We do not have lots of them in southwest Iowa, and several closed across the state. So it is a resource that is very special and very much needed. So you can do your part by coming to the Christmas home tour on December 5th from 4 to 7 p.m. Or you can make a donation if you'd like to do that. So think about what a great resource this is to families and children in our area. So until next time, here's a thought. It's easier to grow old if we are neither bored nor boring.